Time is 1:17 and call the session back to order. Okay, we're still in debate. I think we already debated during executive. Clarify, get bottom. Okay, at this time, I believe there is a substitute, and OJ Don will read it directly. Okay, the clerk has Don to read the substitute into the record.
Would you like me to read the whole thing?
Yeah, read the whole thing, and then we'll just make a motion to adopt it.
So, there's a handout that was passed out, and I think we had the uniform bylaws in the front, and in the back you'll see the LR with the red line. I'll start with the LR. It states, this will be amended to the October 2016 regular session. Right now it says January. LR number 6, so it will be October 2016 regular session pro-tribal legislature. LR number 16-blank, introduced by Senator Clint Old Crow Sr., Lodge Grass District. A legislative resolution titled, "A Resolution of the Pro-Tribal Legislature to Ratify Legislative Branch Uniform Committee Bylaws." Legislative findings, whereas the pro-tribal legislature hereinafter legislature has the power and duty under Article 5, Section 2 of the pro-tribal constitution to promulgate and adopt resolutions in accordance with the Constitution and federal laws for the governance of the pro-tribe. And whereas in accordance with Article 5, Section 1 of the 2001 Pro-Tribal Constitution, the legislature shall operate as a separate and distinct branch of the pro-tribal government and shall exercise a separation of powers from the other branches of tribal government. And whereas Article 5, Section 3 of the 2001 Pro-Tribal Constitution provides that the legislature shall conduct meetings in accordance with the most current version of Robert Rules of Order and any rules of conduct duly adopted by the legislature. And whereas the legislature has the constitutional authority to provide for the establishment of branch rules and policies governing its review of proposed legislation and other matters requiring legislative action. And whereas the LR 1310 reorganized and consolidated the legislative branch committees for increased efficiency and effectiveness in review of the proposed tribal legislation, legislative resolutions and other proposed legislative actions, and enhanced oversight of all matters of importance to the Crow tribe and the Crow reservation. And whereas the legislature now seeks to formalize and ratify the Uniform Committee bylaws to operate by practice and to increase efficiency and productivity for oversight and all powers necessary and proper to effectuate the committee's duties and authorities, and now therefore be resolved by the pro-tribal legislature in regular session that the legislature hereby amends the Uniform Committee bylaws. Article 4, meetings, a quorum shall be 3 committee members plus the committee chair and vice chair, with a delegation from the chair of the legislative branch committee. Be it further resolved that this legislative resolution take effect immediately upon being duly adopted by the legislature.
Okay, need a motion to adopt the substitute version. Motion by Tyson Groma, need a second. Second by Eric Burdenground. All in favor of the substitute amendment, raise your right hands. Oh, question of privilege by Alden.
I got this change of words here. I think we need to change the back section from amend to ratify.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that would be a typo. And then, okay. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed? All abstaining? Motion carried. 17-0-0. Okay, at this time we need a second reading. Motion to appoint clerk Edward.
Thank you, Speaker, Secretary, members of the body, visiting guests. I would like to waive second reading with amendments and move on to final roll call.
Second by Paul J. Hill. All in favor, raise your right hands. All opposed? All abstaining? Motion carried, 17-0-0. Black Lodge. Roll call.
Clearance, Black Lodge, yes. Rogers, yes.
White Clay, yes.
Neil, yes.
Burger Brown, yes.
What do you want to try that?
Norman, yes.
Earl, yes.
Huguenot, yes.
Deep Green, yes.
Gozet, yes.
Alexander Creed, yes.
Gilbert Montague, yes.
Good luck, mighty few, yes. Malware, mighty few, yes.
Hold Rogers, yes.
Alden Benoit, yes.
17-0-0. This legislative resolution has now passed the legislative branch. Go ahead, Gary.
Again, I'd like to throw on to the floor. Who we got? Not LR, huh?
Is it old business?
Yes, it is.
Okay, make that motion then.
I'd like to make a motion, a resolution of the Crow Tribal Legislature to confirm the nominees for the Crow Tribal House Board. Onto the floor.
Need a second? Second by Tyson Grove one. All in favor, raise your right hands. All opposed? Abstaining? Motion carried. 16-0-0. Go ahead, you have your 30-minute presentation. Go ahead, Dawn.
Just wanted to mention that we do have a formal process for this. And are we ready for that? We issue certificates and we do an oath, so are your folks here for that? We can move it to the end or we can get all that.
Can we confirm? Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, we'll go ahead and go with the vote and then.
All right, thank you, Speaker, Secretary, members of this body, visiting guests. A resolution of the Crow Tribe Legislature to confirm the nomination for the Crow Tribal House Board. Legislative finding, whereas the Crow Tribal Legislature hereafter legislature has the power and duty under Article 4 or Article 5, Section 2 of the Crow Tribal Constitution to promulgate and adopt resolutions in accordance with the Crow Tribal Constitution, federal law, and the tribal laws for the governance of the Crow Tribe, and whereas the Crow Tribe Tribal Health Board, hereafter Health Board, as established by CLB number 10-01 titled as an act establishing a Crow Tribal Health Board and establish authority, duties, and responsibilities of the Consolidated Nation Health Board is a tribal administrative body representing the Crow Tribe in meeting with the federal government on health matters to advise the tribal governments.
Excuse me, point of
Point
order.
of order.
This is not in old
Not on the
business, we're in old
Agenda,
business
it's not
at
on the
this time.
agenda.
It's not on the agenda.
I was informed. So we got it. Kaya motion yung puso kasi.
No, check your procedure, Mr. Parliamentarian. There's no business. That's why I asked if it was no business.
I was informed of all business. Yeah, we got a committee, right?
Okay, what you need to do now is, take back your motion.
Need recall.
And then the agenda, 2/3 from the body. That way you can get
Why
back
don't I
on
do
the
this,
floor.
why don't I do this,
And if
go
you
ahead,
consider-
recall our motion?
No, recall, yeah.
Una yung second mental, please. Okay,
Tyson.
recall.
Okay, you recall your motion, Tyson. Recall a motion.
So now you amend the agenda.
Okay, now you make a
A
motion
motion to amend the agenda,
and add this.
add this. I need a second.
It's not a business.
It should be moved.
New business, and then new business comes after old business.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to
Please,
so I'll have to wait, yeah.
I'm just kidding. All right, we'll just wait.
Okay,
All right.
okay, floor recognizes. Ivaldo.
I'd like to make a motion to get back on schedule here. Let's start from the, I believe, we got chairman here ready for Upsala Gang, so that's the first one on the agenda on Upsala Gang, so a motion to get back to our schedule here.
Okay, need a motion. You get a motion to bring it back to the floor.
Making that motion,
What is your motion?
get back on the agenda of joint action resolutions, old business.
Okay, back onto old business. Okay, we are though, we don't need a motion for that. We are in old business at this time. So, need a motion to bring whatever you're gonna bring back to the floor. That's all we need.
My motion was just to start right here from joint action resolutions.
Okay, read it into record then. Put your motion to bring to the floor.
I'm not bringing anything to the floor, just
Get on track.
get back on track here, start from here, let's go down the line now.
Okay, my comment was, if there's anything in old business and you want to bring it to the floor, I need a motion.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay, a motion by Carlson Guzet, or recognize Carlson Guzet, go ahead.
Thank you.
You overlook, go ahead,
You missed the lip.
proceed, Mr.
Okay,
Guzet.
thank you. I make motion to bring joint action resolution entitled Final Approval of the Articles of Incorporation of Upsala Inc.
A second, second by Bryce Hooks. All in favor of bringing it back onto the floor, final approval of the Articles of Incorporation of Upsala Inc. All in favor, raise your right hands. All opposed? All abstaining? Oh, just one no. 16, 17, 16-1. Okay, motion carried. 30 minutes for your presentation. 30-minute presentation. Okay, the floor is Jonathan Stone.
Do you need a copy?
JD, so this is the 30-minute presentation, so there will be no questions until debate.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Okay, good afternoon. Today, as many of you are aware, we're looking at the Apsalica Inc. final approval of the Articles of Incorporation. This is 30 minutes, it's already been read in.
This is coming out of old business, so right now it's your 30-minute presentation.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, it was introduced on April 21st, 2014. And since April of 2014, it has been in committee. And so the chairman this summer had a retreat in Billings. And during the retreat, he had Joe Culp, professor from Harvard, come down and speak with the legislature as well as members of the executive and some of the attorneys from the executive and both legislative branches. And they sat down and began to talk about this item and where it's at and what's been going on with it through this time. And so as a result, and over a couple of days of discussion and getting into this item, the Apsalica Task Force was established. And the Apsalica Task Force consisted of 2 members from the executive appointed by the chairman and 2 members from the legislature approved by the legislative members that were present at that time. And so the 4 of us, myself, Carl Little, Dookie Gozahead, and Sean Rilbert, we were designated to get together and start reviewing this and seeing if we could not get it up and going. And so we were looking at this session as a target date to get it onto the floor. And so last night during our subcommittee meeting, we talked about, where we have been with the item and what has been done up to this point. And we've had probably about 4, maybe 5 meetings on this item. And of the 4, I've been present at 2 of them. This was back in July. And since then, we've had 1 other meeting, and that was like about 4 weeks ago. And that was the last time we did anything. And so after looking at this, we realized that, this is a very important item and that we need to do something with it. We need to get it going. And so as time began to go by, offices for the official, executive branch officials opened up. And so of the 4 appointees to this task force, 3 of them are running for executive office. And I'm the only one that is not. And so, you know, I felt that we needed to do something with this, and my colleague was no longer there, and the legislature, you know, they were both campaigning, and so I felt maybe we should talk to Bryce. This was sort of in his committee to begin with, and why not speak with him and see if we can't get a committee meeting on it and talk about what we need to do. And so I was appointed, the chairman appointed 2 other individuals to work along with me or with the committee on this item, and the members are here. Daniel LaForge is one of them, and Driftwood. Wade, excuse me, Wade Driftwood is the other one. And so this week we were updating them. They were appointed on, I think, Monday or somewhere around there last week. They were appointed to the task force, and so we began meeting, and the chairman asked me to update them and let them know where we're at. And so I began to talk with them regarding this item, and we began to look at it, and we went through this article verbatim, and what it says, the language that's in it, and so as we looked at it, you know, we were thinking, really, there's this as is, it would work. As written, as proposed, what was the issue? You know, what is the issue? Why was the legislature and executive locked down, you know, over the past 2 years on this? Or what was the reason why it was stalled? We didn't know, but after we read this, it was like, this will work. It coheres with some legislation, a little mix-up from yesterday, that needs to be amended in Title 18, as well as the current law that is in place. It goes along with that, and so as we talked, we said this could go not so much as a Section 17, but as a tribal corporation. And so we said, let's talk to the body, let's talk to the committee, and see if we can't get something going. We're not proposing any major amendments to it as we introduced it. We said it'll fly as it is. The confirmation and the procedure that is written out is similar to what currently exists already. There's the appointment by the chairman, comes here for confirmation by the full body. You know, that's how it is done here in this document. And you know, we talked about 5 versus 6 members, and really that's what, if we had an amendment to it, that was our only amendment, was that we proposed 6 members as opposed to 5. But other than that, we didn't have a problem with it, so we thought we'd sit down and see where the committee's at with it and see what they thought. And ultimately, we'd like to see something get off the ground. As Sean has stated, as well as the chairman, he and I, we've been in this from day one, going back to 2002 and 3 with Lance Morgan and Joe Colt and the Harvard Project, the things that we've done over time. This is one of them, and it's been a long time. It's a long time coming. And there are models out there currently where businesses are separated or minimized from politics, and they're doing really well. And the sooner we can get something like this established and going, it's better. This would create new monies and new jobs and new businesses that currently don't exist. It's not capitalizing on anything the executive currently has. Everything would remain as is. 638 indirect 107 general fund monies, all that would stay there. This is going to generate into a new area that's untapped, and it's going to bring in jobs, like we said. But another thing is money, finance to the price. The way the coal market is going at this point, at this time, we need to start doing something today. We need to start preparing now, and so this would help us in that direction. So the presentation, basically that's it in a nutshell. We were put together as a task force to see if we could get this going and get it to the body by this session. And because of different things that have come up over time, the task force, we're really not moving and meeting, so the committee was the alternative to spur this along, and so that's why we came to them. And we're not pulling anything. The committee, maybe it's not Duke and Sean, but it includes everybody at this point. Nobody moves like that. Everybody's aware of it. Everybody's at the table. We all have input to it. So we just really expanded the committee is what we've done to include the whole body, because ultimately it's your decision. It's your choice individually to vote yes or no. And so that's what we're bringing it to. You guys realize this, you know it. It's something you got to do. It's something that should be done. And so with that, I don't really have too much more to say on this time, Mr. Speaker, so I will conclude this point.
Are there any other staff that want to say a few words?
Executive members, we have the two new members here. I also have an individual that I've worked with. We have J.R. Oldcrow as well, that have experience and have been working in business. So maybe I can ask J.R. first and foremost if he wants to come up and say something. Mr. J.R. Oldcrow, Mr. Speaker.
We'll recognize Nick Oldcrow Jr.
Thank you for the time. I know you guys all speak English in here, but my Crow is my core, so I have to say that first. As a public speaker, that's how I have to address it. So, Mr. Speaker, Secretary, body, guests, executive, creating businesses, it's exciting. It's exciting, but once you create a business, you keep having to go back and babysit, and it's not too good. And when you go back and babysit, it goes long, but it's Apsáalooke Incorporated. It's very important. Once we have your CEO and the way it states in there, board, where you have your checks and balances. Even you look at the hard work that's been done here before, as well as amendments, as well as what's been added on. I read it earlier, and you have checks and balances in there. That was my thing that I wanted to look at. It's really important, your checks and balances. It's checks and balances for executive, legislature, judicial, as well as me, the Apsáalooke. I wear many hats. So when I say checks and balances, I can sleep good at night if that money's not just spent. So that at the end of the day, when profits start rolling in, that we can all have a share of it. I'm advocating for the Apsáalooke Inc. I think it's good. It's Chictala Street. It's okay with the English on your records. Apsáalooke, well, what behind us for the job, what behind us so in legislation, but he taken nagabawali the chairman could have put Bahawi Ina so ko de kolit ko to baim salgo. Ila ga kaligo wi malashina. Sabe na wana ta na salgo inko. Ita business kurum college itchigastu. Ita college 4, 8, 12, 16 years, you know. Mabem Ida garo again majom kono waros. Ida azu. Adu ko telejo. That's what you know. It's a technical. Ecco, perché facevo quello che io was. Ma il tipo, no,